Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tyranny. In the last episode, we didn't really do that much. All we did was to enter the old walls here, and here, I think this is the third level. Bladegrave Old Walls East. Okay. So we are here to first find the, what was it called? Steadfast Insignia, whose powers we can use to get through the wind wall that leads us to the Sentinel Stand Fortress. And then the other reason why we're also here is because if I remember correctly, we can get to the Ocean Spire from these old walls. So my plan for this episode is to find at least one of those two, the Steadfast Insignia or way to the Ocean Spire. And so, without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game. So how big of a place this was? It's decent sized. And we are immediately greeted by some Scourge and Wisps. Not a big of a deal.
They won't see me coming.
Malices are the biggest concern that I have around here. There doesn't seem to be any of them here though. That's good. Then we can just foolishly charge in.
I'm not here.
Okay, Barak, you can actually go and deal with this Wisp here. You should be able to kill that very easily and fast. We go and stun that. Fire doesn't do anything to this, right? No, fire doesn't do anything. Not a goddamn thing. So, Lantry, buff us. Oh wait, this doesn't do anything, right? +1 armor per piece. +1 armor per piece of armor worn for 60 seconds, so we get more armor, and 2 armor penetrated by attacks for 60 seconds. And these guys have 0 armor, and if I recall correctly, these guys deal arcane damage. Arcane damage, maybe even raw damage that ignore armor. If that's the case, then this does absolutely nothing in this dungeon. Ah, fuck it, let's do it. Oh, and I think I mentioned in the first, not the first, but in the last episode that this is the first real dungeon we have entered in this Let's Play so far, and that wasn't actually true. The first dungeon we entered was the Burning Library. But anyway,
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Let's kill these guys.
Another scar? Fine.
No, sorry.
Throw a pen at that. Maybe kill it.
I did not see that
quite.
coming.
Heal verse. Sunder this. Scourge is dead. Good. The rest should be a piece of cake.
Keep your filthy hands off me.
And oh, skewer.
Now
Something.
that was satisfying.
And
Take that!
heal verse because why not?
Done.
Nice. Easy peasy. So there's 2 doors here, but there was a button on the floor, right? Yes, right here. Right beneath our feet.
I'm on it.
Well, let's put the fast mode on. Oh, and loot these.
I got it.
All of you come here. There's lots of Scourges here.
Ain't that odd?
Can you disarm it? Fuck.
Send me your...
Okay, goddammit. What to do? Go and stun that. And Barak, yeah, you attack this one. You go and buff everyone here. Try to knock one of them prone. And I think you should taunt these two. Okay, she's suffering some damage. Trust. One dead, good. Skewer this. Buff Barak.
Here goes.
2 down, 2 more to go.
at once.
And then finish that.
Bleed out, you little shit!
Okay, now what does this button do? Oh, we get a bridge to the other side. Okay, but before we go there, let's explore this place. Another button, but
Let's have it then.
But it doesn't look like it's activated. Anything here? Oh, that stairs that leads downstairs. Well, let's not go there. Not at this point, anyway. There's another room there, but we can't access to it from this side.
Right.
And we couldn't get to this room, I don't think. At least not from this side. Well, let's get across.
You go
this.
first. I'll be right behind you.
Even though you are already ahead of us. Ah, camp supplies. But we are full of them. But at least we're to come if we rest and we need to resupply. Okay, so what's this? You see a word. Landry's Voice of Ages talent is required to learn the spell room. Oh yeah, I figured. Damn it! If only I had picked that talent last time when Landry got a level. We have given him the attribute or the talent, right? Yes, and the game is referring to this Voice of Ages. Grants Landry hit precision and the ability to decipher ancient languages, a useful skill for discovering new magic during travel. Oh, there's a malice. That's lovely. Oh, look at this. Leather buckler. But stat-wise, it's not really... It's a very good. And ours is exquisite and has the vigilant thingy, whatever it did. I don't remember. And no one else really uses shields. Well, at least we can sell it later. Okay, before we go there, deal with them. Okay, there's a malice here as well. Okay. Okay, okay. Well, let's explore this area first, but before that, I'm gonna save real fast. Okay, let's go. And I want to focus the malice down as fast as possible. So let's go.
You're dead.
Holy crap! There's lots of wisps here, but I don't think that the wisps are that big of a deal. If they were scourgers, then it would be a lot more difficult, because they have that AOE shit that they use, whatever it is. Stun that. Do that, and we could actually even rest here too. Well, not rest, but we could also use these once per rest abilities here if you really need, and then we can rest and get that camping supply from above we found earlier. Throw a pen at it, why not? And this could, yeah, this one is not immune to fire damage, so we can use burning arrow on that.
I'll do it for them. You see what I see?
And the bastard is being protected by these wisps. That's not ideal. There we go. Can you please try to come here? Thank you. Use that and verse.
I will aid
You
you.
attack it as well, and you buff everyone here. Seal barrack. Damage boost to everyone. Grave digger. I should go and try to heal Barrick, but he's very far away. Then pen at that. Sunder. Actually, let's use this combo ability. Damn it. Use this. AoE heals quickly. Fire arrow.
You got it. Oh, someone stitch me.
There we go. skewer. Maybe
Not
kill
a
it.
problem, boss. Now that.
There we go. It's dead. Good. Drink a potion just in case. And you go heal. Huh?
I will aid you.
Actually, I should have healed Barrick instead. Well, at least we can give him a seal. You, I don't know, stun that. And then attack this one. Grave Digger on this. Drop hen at this one here.
Before me.
Pay attention, kids.
And you still have the seal, yeah. And
You might learn something.
what next? I could sunder this one here.
On it. That's how it's
That's how it's done. Kill
done.
this.
Bleed out, you little shit.
Heal Barrack.
As you command.
Pen out that. We trust this.
Someone stitch me up.
Yeah. Well, you're fine. You're fine.
It's a hit!
Okay, actually, maybe you could use a
As
heal.
you command.
That one hit bone. Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do. Seeing an awful lot of.
Go away for a little bit and use a burning arrow, even though it does nothing to this, but just so that you don't suffer
You
too much
got it.
damage.
Yes, I did cause that mess.
There we go. And then there's these two mirror prison thingies, though. They're going to break the moment I touch this keystone or whatever these were called. But before
Aye.
that, what do we have here? Tidecaster's Opal. Only Ebb can equip this. Interesting. Plus 15 tide casting. The light gem reflects all the colors of waves crashing against the shore. Plus 15 tide casting. So I assume. Oh yeah, because Ebb is of course is a tide caster, and I think she has a talent tree dedicated to tide casting. So this tidecaster's opal will make her tide casting spells even stronger. Shame that we don't have her right now. I think that once we get to the Ocean Spire, I think I'm going to take Ebb and Ebb kills in shadow or Siren with me, and Barrick and Verge can stay behind. No. Okay. Garn or let's try Garn. Okay. Did that do anything?
Come at me,
Ah,
Brave.
okay. Now it did something. It broke those prisons. Yeah, I thought so. Attack that. Stun that. Barrick can deal with those just fine. And you can buff him.
Consider it done.
So
Fall before me.
trust
Right.
this. That Scourge is about to die.
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my edge.
Oh, those bastards self-heal too.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Unless I was looking at the different health bar there. Buff verse, because why not?
Bleed out, you little shit.
Easy peasy.
I'll take care of it. It was probably more force than was necessary.
There we go. And they didn't drop anything. Well, whatever. This door is still closed though. Oh wait. Ah, there we go.
Sorry,
go.
I can't. I'm on it.
No
You
enemy.
see that?
No enemies, no nothing. And I don't see any of those mirror prisons on the walls or anything, so this should be safe. Okay, crafting materials and such. Harbinger's wings. And it's a shield, right? Lightweight and lightweight minus 10% recovery time, that sounds very good. And quick step, increased movement speed in combat. This elegant shield feels lighter and less substantial than the protection it conveys. So if I wanted my character to hit faster and have the ability cooldowns reduced and also give her more movement speed, then this shield would be ideal for her. But I'm not sure if that is ideal for her. Let's move these there and rest over there.
Aye.
Now, what do we have here? Amber Torchkey. Orange light dances across the facets of this curious gem-like stone. These 3 jars appear to have been meticulously placed on this altar. Inscriptions on them resemble the Torchkey's sigils. Okie dokie. Now let's compare the stats real quick. Even though the Harbinger's wings does have the minus 10% recovery time, if we put this thing on, we would lose 0.3 second recovery, unless it's not taking this minus 10% account, which I assume is the case here. Plus 11 parry, minus 8 dodge, and plus 7 endurance. Actually, this is a heck of a lot better, simply because it gives us more parry. We don't do anything with dodge, and plus 7 endurance is nice bonus, so yeah, we're gonna use this bad boy. It doesn't look as flashy as this one, I think. At least as far as colors are concerned, it looks a bit dull, but we're gonna keep that. Also, let's see, where is the recovery speed? Here, 3. That was recovery speed, right? Yeah, and it's 3.6 seconds, and with this 3.7. Okay. Not that recovery speed is very important with this character or anything, but still, having higher recovery speed wouldn't hurt.
I got it.
Okay, that was a great find. I wonder where the shield disappears all the time. Why is it not strapped on her back or something? Okay, and there... Oh, there's a big trap there. And then there is this Malice and all his friends behind him. Let's see, can we...
I'm on it.
Oh, there's 2 Malices. Well, that's fucking lovely. What about this? Isn't this a trap?
Oh, someone stitch me up.
Yes, yeah, it was a trap, but looks like we couldn't disarm it. Oh, I did something wrong. That's also very much possible. Do they suffer any damage from this shit? It certainly doesn't look like it. Use that and buff her some more, and let's deal with the wisps who come to this side at the very least.
Count.
Yeah, they really want worse now. What's this? Grace. Yeah, okay. And we can't use potions for a while. We need to seal her. Okay, trust this. Barrick, kill this one quick. Oh, actually, can we kill it with a pen? Not, of course not. Use that. What did this do again? Okay. You actually run away. Run away for now. And maybe one of these two will grab the aggro of these two. One wisp down, good. And you actually go and heal Nurse.
Can't do that.
Okay, good. Then run back and buff Barrick. Oh my god, this... Well, suffering a lot of damage here. Must be because of that AoE mist, smoke, shit, whatever it is. There.
Let me repair it.
Heal Barret.
So...
God damn it. Well, god damn it. We'll have to rest after this, I guess, but, well, doesn't matter.
Consider it done.
Will do.
You can actually come back and shoot them with a fire arrow. That trap keeps activating all the time. Maybe it's better if I move Barret away. And you buff Barret.
On your knee.
Heal me. And you just keep auto attacking with your bow from a safe distance away.
I'll
Mark
take
has
that.
healed me.
Aye. Will do.
Okay, one more malice down. Should be a
Consider it done.
piece of
You
cake.
got it. Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
There we go. That was a
Aye.
more troublesome fight. I didn't expect this trap to just expect this trap to just go off like that. Well, let's have a rest here. And we pick this up. But now... yeah, I think I'm gonna save at this point as well. Okay, so, can we disarm this thing? Without setting it off? Of course she can. Of course she can. Good. And this will...
I would give 8 of my fingers to speak to someone alive when the old walls were built.
Why 8 though? And besides, how could you write anymore if you lose 8 fingers? Like 4 from each hand. Okay, and that leads to somewhere else, but there's still this place still. Oh, yeah, I didn't notice this doorway here. There must be traps here, in this corridor somewhere. Yes, there is. At least there's some
What
holes.
do we have here?
Yep, disarm them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
You got it.
Now what enemies we have here? Okay, there's 3 prison thingies.
No dice.
And that should open that door, right? Yup. There's another door here.
You got it.
Okay, I guess we have to play with these things. Let's see, are they... No, they have the exact same symbols. I don't know. Gone.
Another
Okay.
battle.
Another battle.
I'm starting to think we're bad at making friends.
Indeed. But then again, these are Bane that we are fighting. They're not exactly well known for making friends.
Not a problem, boss.
Okay, so it wasn't the red one. What about Amber? Okay.
Not happening.
Maybe this is Saphir? No.
More Kali.
There must be some malice in there. That's just my wild guess.
To the body count.
Will do.
Stun.
You know my own strength. You got it. Get
Come on,
back
finish
here.
it.
Submit to me.
Submit
I
to
always
me.
start my day with a dash of cerulean to remove the cobwebs. Maybe start with a blue one.
Now you mean this? Nah, we go with Amber. Oh, wait, did I try to did I try Amber last time? Well, if I did, then sorry, Lantry, I should have listened to you. And yeah, of course they had malices in there, I just freaking knew it. Okay, fire arrow. Stun this one, Barrick, deal with that one, and you, Lantry, buff Barrick.
I'm not here to make friends.
And go and help Barrick, deal with that one.
You got
Throw a pen there, then give us damage boost. Okay, we can't use Sunder from here. Use that.
I'll tear your skeleton out.
And Gravedigger. Use that. And heal me.
You got it.
I seem to be taking the one. I seem to be the one taking most of the damage here, which is good. So heal me. Was this once per rest? Yeah, I thought so. Just try to kill this one as fast as you can. Come on. Oh, you're still using your bow. Silly me. Oh crap, didn't notice that at all. Shit. Drink that. Good. And then... kill her. That was a close one. I didn't notice that how my health was going down that fast. Okay, boss. Burning arrow.
You got it.
I might as well use this just for good measure.
Ready?
Yes, I did cause that mess.
There we go. Nice. Okay, so let's listen to Lantry for once and use that blue one. What? Okay. Oh yeah, we had the yellow one here. I'm so blind sometimes. I can see that trap there.
They won't see me coming.
And there's a chest as well. Another trap there.
What?
Plants. Scorn. These plants explain the process of forging the legendary javelin, Scorn. I believe I made this javelin in my first playthrough. The plants make mention of a mysterious metal that is required for the javelin's tip. This item can be created with access to Spire Forge, upgrade and proper materials. Okay.
Have we here?
Any more traps? Okay.
Will do.
No traps anymore, at least I can't see any. Now what do we have in this closet? Oh, grave bow. And also a bright keystone. So let's see. Move these in there.
You're dead!
I was actually about to say that there must be a malice in here, and there it is. Okay, well, use a burning arrow on that. Take the malice down as fast as you can, folks. The wisp is... no, so you can ignore the wisp, it's not a big of a deal.
You got it.
Consider it's done.
And...
You got it.
attack.
Take that! I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass!
No chances. No chances at all.
Are you afraid of death, worm?
Fall before me!
There we go. And is this one of those... yeah. Lantry's Voices of Ages talent is required to learn this spell rune. Well, god damn it. Well, I can always come back here later. If when I learn the if or when I take the talent. But anyway, so now this bow. Let's take a look. Let's check this out. Masterwork. Is this a very first masterwork weapon that we have picked up so far? I'm quite sure that Ebb's staff. Actually, I don't remember if Ebb's staff was exquisite or masterwork. Okay, so looks like we would deal less damage, have less recovery speed. We would have more range and armor penetration and less accuracy. Artifact ability, chromatic arrow, and exhaustion. So exhaustion on weapon crit, foe AoE versus dodge. Applies the following effects to any Bane. So this is only against the Bane. Minus 10 magic defense, minus 10% magic defense, will defense, and endurance defense. And artifact ability, chromatic arrow. Fire a brilliant arrow. All enemies in its path take damage and are blinded. Any Bane who are struck trigger a small explosion that deal arcane damage to all Bane in the area. Well, at least we know that who this bow was made against. These effects scale with the Gravebow's renown. Gravebow is such a storied weapon that it was long ago written off as a myth. As many contradictory stories of its origin exist as those of its previous users and final resting place. The more recent claim that an Archon of Turmoil wielded the bow in war to single-handedly destroy the Bane. Some accounts posit that hundreds of bows of differing power share the title of Gravebow, which has confused the weapon's history and deeds over time. The oldest claim that Gravebow predates the Old Walls themselves, though none of these claims can be substantiated. A poem claimed to have been taken by Gargoyle Robin at the exterior of an Old Walls posits that Gravebow might one day lose an arrow with such force that the Old Walls themselves will crumble, and the surrounding spires will fall like matchsticks. The validity of the source is questionable at best, as the author presented no Robin and failed to recall the site in which he took it. Whatever else Gravebow might be, its string thrums and pulses with energy desperate to be released. Sounds badass. So this doesn't really seem like the bow that I would use that I would be using from now on until we find possibly something better. But in this dungeon, yeah, we're
shiny.
Use this.
I like it.
Indeed, it is shiny. It's such a shame though that I haven't given any talents to Verse that would make her more efficient with using bows. That's a bit of a shame, but hey, we'll go with this now.
Will do.
That's pretty much it. So we have found a new exquisite shield and a masterwork bow. Oh, there's some loot here as well that I missed. So we can go downstairs, or we could go here. Well, I don't see any reason to go downstairs, so... nothing too interesting. Yeah, food and stuff. So let's continue this way.
My mother always told me to stay away from spires. Not that I ever listened.
I see. Aha. Does this look familiar, folks? Yes, this looks exactly like the Great Hall at the... Well, this looks exactly like the Ascension Hall from Vendrien's Well. So if we can activate this, we can then get to the Ocean Spire, I think. This chamber immediately reminds you of Ascension Hall. Yeah, that's what I said. An intricate rune run along the floor can only mean one thing. You stand at the feet of a great spire. Each step you take echoes across a great distance. As you gaze upward, the sage-colored walls quickly give way to unending blackness. The rune in the center of the floor is inactive, and the silence of the hall offers no clues as to its use or function. You feel a slight tug in your chest, a faint echo of the energy that enveloped you at Vendrien's Well. Lantry, got anything to add? Of course you do. Hold a moment. Lantry bellows the comment louder than needed, smiling as he hears his voice echo through the massive chamber. If my sense of direction is at all reasonable, we are standing below the spire in this region. Well, thanks, Lantry. I totally didn't figure that out by myself. What do you know of the spires? Lantry raised an eyebrow. About as much as you, I'm afraid. Until our time at Vendrien's Well, I didn't realize there were ways to access the upper reaches. Speaking of which, I'm certain there's a way to access the top of this spire as well. Let's keep our eyes out for sigils or cliffs nearby. Well, any recommendations? Lantry points at the pattern of the floor. I would start with the grooves and stones on the floor over there. If it's like the spire at Vendrien's Well, whomever built this created a mystical conduit to the top. And I would think it very, very unlikely that the pattern is purely decorative. Well, yeah, let's press on. So what do we have here? Is this the last piece of the rune? The sunken relief, though heavily damaged, is clearly meant to decipher a runic symbol similar to the one you saw at Ascension Hall. The relief is incomplete, and thus the final form of the rune is unknown. Well, let's take the gargoyle rubbing and rub the relief shape to help to discern the rune's design. Pressing gargoyle to parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient relief. The newly added imprint fills in the remaining gaps on the scroll, giving you a clear representation of the carved rune. I believe this has something to do with the symbol on the floor of the spire. Okay, so let's take a look at it. I believe the parchment is in our stash. Let's see. Which one of these is it? Gargoyle rubbing. Yeah, Ocean Spire. This one. This gargoyle rubbing shows an arcane symbol of unknown significance. Though it bears no resemblance to known magical runes, the pattern was obviously important to whoever constructed the old walls. Okay, so it looks like that. So a pyramid and then those two things that look like sides to me. Skies. I don't remember how you pronounce them exactly, but the type of weapon that Grim Reapers usually carry around. Skies. Okay, so...
Watch where you step. This has trap written all over it.
Will do.
Ah, come on, Barrack, don't be such a pussy. These grooves in the floor are inland with a dim, incandescent material that glimmers upon closer inspection. They appear to intersect at various angles, forming a myriad of potential shapes similar to the rubbing you found. So let's activate it. Oh wait, I have to do this first. Okay, so a pyramid.
Hi.
Wait. Why don't this... There we go. And then sides. Was it these first? Now let's take a look at it again. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then we have to link these, of course. And that should be it. Yes, it is. Well, what about this button here, though? Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Let's go.
On it.
I guess I had to so I was right originally. I had to press this button to activate this freaking floor first. Yeah. Okay. And now we can teleport to the top of the Ocean Spire. The arcane light curses skyward, trailing off toward the horizon in the direction of Vendrien's Well. You feel the ground ripped out from beneath you yet again as you drift back into the warmth of the energy surrounding you. Your awareness stretches beyond the limits of the spire, pulling in many directions at once. The light you saw arcing through the sky reminds you of the tether you feel to the top of Vendrien's well. This too is a point of connection, and you are an inextricable part of it, bound as surely as the spires are to each other.
You learn something every day.
And we all got a level, or at least Verge got a level. The Ocean Spire in the Blade Grave feels weathered and battered, like a flag that was whipped in the high winds beyond its intended duration. Perhaps in spite of this, the connection formed with Vendrien's well is strong, almost overwhelmingly so. I was at the front lines during the devastation of Stalwart. From on high, the realm feels less significant. There was a run-in wager at the Vellum Citadel. How far southwest can one sail before reaching the end of the ocean? From here, I would guess forever is close to the right answer. Looking out at the expanse of ocean to the south, Landry moves his quill in a hurried rush as he sketches the blue-green panorama. At least we have spared the worst of the grid from up here. War kicks up a lot of dust, if the Blade Grave is any indication. The spire feels like a relay between you and Vendrien's well, bridging some transference of energy on an enormous scale. You are the first link of a chain that stretches the length of the realm. As you struggle to understand the sensation, you grow aware of whispers all around you. Attempt to repress it. I guess that's what my character would do. The more you deny it, the louder the whispers get. You try harder, but they build to a roar that fills your ears with discordant cacophony. The whispers themselves seem to travel down the tether between you and your spires, conducting heat that feels at times unbearable. They speak of your actions, your choices, everything that led you to this place. Your name is known, your banner recognized, your deeds reported across the tiers and the Northern Empire alike. For an instant you can see the accumulated hope and fear these whispers represent. It appears like dewdrops settling on a leaf, then trickling into a shared basin. This image is fed to you through your connection, a base metaphor that only hints at the true scope. There is power in these spires, though its source is unfamiliar. Were you to harness it, you suspect that nothing would stand beyond your reach. I feel strange. Lore. Unlocking this spire seems to have opened some deeper connection. Lore. Unlocking this spire seems to have opened some deeper connection. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Yeah, I think that's how she would say it. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I don't know what you have done, but standing near you warms my rusted blades. Makes me feel lighter somehow. Curious. I'm noting something I also observe at the spire in Vendrien's well. There's a mystic hum, and it has little beats when you walk. Tiny fluctuations when you talk. Unless my senses are deceiving me, you and the spires are mystically attuned to each other. Most fascinating indeed. A quill pen appears in his hand, and the old sage begins furiously jotting notes on his arm. You look taller somehow, like you could command a dozen gangs without any challengers to knife you in the back. And here we can make things like a library, training grounds, forge, or infirmary. Well, I think I'm gonna make forge here. Quest completed, Serum Visions. I don't think that we're gonna do pretty much anything with library. Either forge or training grounds. Well, we do need lore, don't we? Let's see, training grounds. Constructing training grounds allows you to recruit the finest skill trainers in the tiers. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to accuracy, athletics, and subterfuge. Okay, and forge. The forge upgrade allows you to improve weapons and armor and forge powerful new items. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to armor, parry, and dodge. This would also be very, very nice to have. Infirmary. The infirmary allows you to brew potions and other consumables. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to endurance, will, and magic defense. And library. Constructing a library on a spire allows you to research magical knowledge, edicts, and artifacts once built. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to lore and all magic skills. And it does say on a spire, meaning that we could make a forge here, training ground somewhere else, and so on and so forth. Skill trainers would be nice, because I do need lore right about now. Yeah, let's build training grounds here. Are you sure you want to build this upgrade on the spire? This action cannot be cancelled. Yeah, let's do that. We built the forge to some other spire later. Oh, look at this place. Nice. If I recall correctly, I did build forge here in my first playthrough, and here we had a big ass forge, and also some lava pools here. That was also very, very cool. But yeah, this is more like my character, this training grounds. Now, first things first. Who trains lore here? Spire worker. Siren is there, Ebb is there. Okay, so all of my companions are here now as well. And looks like Verse and Lantry wants to have a chat, but before that... Trainer Riz, what do you train? The man before you offers you a nod at your approach. He meets your eyes hesitantly and pauses before speaking. Thank you for having me, Fatebinder. The name's Riz. I'm here because I'm good at just two things: killing my foes and seeing where the currents flow. I would rather not get caught on the wrong side of history, so I'm here to humbly offer my sword. Wise choice. I'm well versed in many forms of combat and can help you stay versatile during a fight, should you wish it. Why did you choose to follow me now? Well, he kinda said it already, but... And you have acquired a second spire. All spires are linked, allowing you to travel instantly between them. Yeah, I know. This will reduce your travel time to the tiers. But at the same time, if we don't travel on land like normally, then we won't run into random encounters that often either, which is a bit of a shame. Which is why I don't think I want to use teleportation too often, unless I'm in a hurry or something. You can upgrade spires you discover, building new structures on top of them. Each upgrade will provide you with different benefits. Click on the spire icon or press H to select an upgrade for your new spire. Upgrade takes time and money to build, and money to maintain. If you no longer have the money to maintain the upgrade, it will be suspended and you will no longer receive its benefits until you are able to pay its maintenance cost. There are 5 resources you can find in Kairos' tiers that can be used to power upgrades to your spire. They are scrolls, iron ingots, bronze ingots, alchemy supplies, and hide. Each upgrade uses different resources. Yeah, obviously. So, why did you choose to follow me now? These spires have towered us for generations. Whomever made them was far beyond us, mere peasants on the ground. They were objects of wonder and legend in Tiersman stories, and now you have claimed them. He looks directly at you, conviction in his eyes. That's the reason enough for me. Okay, and what can I do here? If you want to hone your fighting skills or perhaps learn some new ones, this is the place. But really, this spire is your domain. What you do and who you invite to aid you is your choice. Well, I would like to train. Okay, here we have lore. But actually, let's double check real quick. How much lore did I need? So let's say if we take fire, and then it was this, I think, and volcanic weapon, yes. So we need 75 lore. Okay. Do I really have only 50? I thought I had 60 or so. Again, let's double check. I don't want to drain too much lore because that is not what this character is about. Fire and this. So we got 70 now. 75. Okay. So 5 more times, I think. There. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. Assign. You will overwrite the current spell in this slot. Do you want to proceed? Yeah, let's do that. There we go. There we go. Now I got the volcanic ignite brand. Light your target's weapon aflame, causing all attacks made with the weapon to deal additional fire damage. I like the sound of that a lot. I wonder, should I make more weapon? Should I make more weapon enhancement spells like this? Let's see. What about frost? Cast a target's weapon in frost, causing attacks to deal additional frost damage and slow enemy movement speed. And this requires only 50 lore by the looks of things. Well, let's do that. Nice. And I don't think that we can. Maybe. What about force? Nope. Can't give it to force. Emotions. No, didn't think so. Sign of illusion. Nope. It's Sigil of Vigor. What does this do? Reinforce an ally's weapon, granting armor penetration to weapon attacks. Aha, so this is for allies. I like the sound of that. Could use it on. Could give it to someone like Verse, although I'm going to leave Verse behind for now, and Barrick, of course. And this only affect. We can only use this on allies' weapons, so we can't use this on kills in shadow because I'm focusing on unarmed build for her. Alright, who got levels? Only me, by the looks of things. Okay. Okay, what else can I... You cannot train this skill past the trainer's max level 50. Okay. Should I just focus on lore then? Maybe subterfuge for Verse. Just like one more point and she gets a level 2. Okay. I can't teach any more lore to you. Lore doesn't... And we don't do anything with lore with Barrick, although... Maybe we should give him something as well. Athletics. Well, let's max his athletics. And then rest to lore. And subterfuge, because why not? And now he got a level 2. Okay, so can we make any spells for Barrick? Because like I said, Barrick is a rather boring character to play, simply because he doesn't have many abilities to use. Maybe... Actually no, this requires too much. Yeah, it requires way too much lore. Okay, and what about... Was it frost? Can we make frost at least? 50, yes, we could give him this. What does this do? Accent that uses fire. Aha, so we can give... So this can deal with, let's see, fire damage and... Yeah, so we can still deal both frost and fire damage. Fuck yes. Although wait, it requires lore 75. Okay. So let's take that away and give it to Barrick. Oh, and about these, let's assign. Oh wait, no. Let's give this. Yep. Assign. And then same thing here. Oh yeah, or we could just update it. Like that. And just to double check, update here. And can I... Oh wait, no. Oh, it already had this. Okay. Assign here just in case. But, and then Lantry, let's see. Life. Create spells that affect distant targets. Actually, can we... I want to upgrade this. Restoring Touch. You cannot view or modify Restoring Touch until you learn Sigil of Life. Well, goddammit. Still need to learn that. Oh, and these two still wanted to talk, so let's start with Lantry.
So, your latest acquisition has me thinking about the spires some more. By all accounts, they go as far back as the old walls. Over the centuries, the nobles of the tiers have claimed the spires, but they've only ever battled over the land at the ground level of the monuments. I've never seen the glyphs of a spire light up in all my years. Not until you show up. If this were an isolated incident, I'd be confused. But it seems the spires, plural, are somehow connected to you. What's your secret?
It is a surprise to me as well. Yes, it is. I have studied at two nuns' feet, proclaimed edicts, broken them too. I'm sure I have been exposed to all sorts of arcane powers. Perhaps Tunon or one of the Archons did something to me. Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are. Alongside escapes Lantry and he sticks his quill in his mouth, chewing on the tip. His head tilts from one side to the other, muttering incoherent half-words. I always want to know what you're thinking. Out with it.
If I had the words for it, I'd share. I'm just not sure what to make of it. I'm realizing how much more there is to learn.
Well, let's get going for now. And then, verse. What do you have for me? Our gang is building quite a little collection of spires, aren't we? The Voices of Nerad was never one for keeping strongholds, but I can definitely see the appeal. Wasn't the Voices like strongholds? Because it's much easier to control your gangs if they keep moving all the time. That's what I understood. What do you think of these spires? Well, why doesn't the Voices like strongholds? Because there's no point in standing still. The Voices prefers to keep his forces busy and on the move, with the only restful hours between dusk and dawn. Besides, fighters in motion are less likely to rise up and challenge authority, safety in numbers, but once you get people hunkering down to discuss their problems, suddenly everyone has a reason to kill the closest gang boss. Yeah, indeed. So what do you think of the spires? They are big, but make no mistake, a determined army could knock one down if they got enough shovels and picks together. Don't be so quick to assume that you are invincible. As to what they are, I try not to ask those sort of questions. I had questions for you, apparently.
What do you need?
If we ask this, we're gonna lose loyalty with her, I just know it. And I have exactly no reason to suspect her or anything. What are your thoughts on this favorite? A warren of self-entitled children so wound up in delusions of honor they are likely to hang themselves by their own high standards. I wish they had stayed in the Northern Empire where they belonged. Then we could get some real work done in the tiers. And what about their leader, Graven Ash? I have seen enough of that high-minded braggart to know that he is all dull. That he is all duty, even. Nothing but a charismatic, broad-shouldered scarecrow. He calls himself the Archon of War, though by the way he stalls his forces waiting for a better strategy to present itself, you would think he's afraid of battle. Let me guess, Barrick is going to say a few words to that. What's your words? I would not hear of you talking of the Archon this way. A crown ripples through Barrick's armor, accompanied by sounds of bending metal. Was I even talking to you, junkyard? And no, I will not. You would think that someone more deserving would take Ash's mantle from him, but the disfavored have this cult of personality built around their great general. In their eyes he can do no wrong. What about Ash's connection to his troops? Who would you see take Ash's place? Besides us, of course. I suppose you have a better idea of how to handle the disfavored forces. What do you think about Ash's connection to his troops? Graven Ash protects and all that. Graven Ash protects. His soldiers keep harping on those words like they mean something. I don't deny that the disfavored can take a few extra lumps on the battlefield, but that only speaks to their thick-headedness. If anything, it's only true because his soldiers place that much trust in it. I have seen the power of suggestion do stranger things to people. Yeah, my character thinks the same way pretty much. Could that be possible? Stranger than heal battle-wield wounds? I don't think so. Wait, what is about again? If anything, it's only true because his soldiers place that much trust in it. I have seen the power of suggestion do stranger things to people. Stranger than heal battlefield wounds? I don't think so. Could that be possible? We are talking about a man who's centuries old and wearing glowing armor. You tell me. Who would you see take Ash's place? I would rather let the disfavored sort it out among themselves. Graven Ash is this aging figurehead of what should be a constantly changing role. The right soldier needs to grow a pair and kill the old man. Kick his cane out from under him. Remind the Legion what strength looks like. The voice of Nerat changes. He's a multi-faceted gem, and the Scarlet Chorus is a reflection of that beauty. If someone could rise up and strike down the voices, any of us would follow them in a heartbeat. Okay. Well, farewell. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh. There's lots of loot here. Oh, look at that leather buckler. Although it's not anything amazing. Yeah, this is not very good. At least not for our character. Oh, and a bronze javelin. Shame that we don't use javelins. Any more exquisite weapons here? Iron great spear, 2-handed. Should I give this to Barak? Nah. And what's this? Sigil of piercing force. This scroll contains a magical accent which increases the armor penetration of a spell. Okie dokie. Let's learn that. Kills in Shadow is in here. Oh, and what do we have here? Iron Warhammer, 2-handed. Should I give this to Barak? Devastating. On weapon crit, foe target, interrupt. Nothing too amazing, but it's something. We would lose some armor penetration, but I think that's just fine. Now let's give it to him. Anything else? Sirin, Ebb, and kills in Shadow, and Trainer Riz. Okay, not much else here. Okay, so, oh yeah, and levels, of course. So, for us, bonus health and will defense would not be bad. Accuracy and armor deflection. Well, let's give ourselves more health. And I was just wondering whether I could give another talent point or something for some reason. But anyway, now what do we had? Swap positions, switch positions with target ally. Not terrible one. Resurgence. Point to fallen ally and command them to rejoin the fight. So it's a revive. 100 mastery, shield mastery, greatly increase the defensive benefits from shields, allows 2 additional enemies to be engaged at one time, and grants a large bonus to damage dealt to targets that are stunned or prone. Knockdown. Lift your heel and drive it into your foe's gut, knocking the wind out of them and sending them to the ground. Vigilance grants immunity to afflictions while health is critical. Shield Assault. Assault your target, bashing them with your shield to apply a daze and stun, then following up with a powerful overhand attack while they are vulnerable. Blade Wall and Shield Assault would be a very, very nice combo. Sans Mighty. I don't really care about these stances. Focus Strike adds armor penetration to the thrust ability and increases its accuracy. Palm Strike. This is for unarmed thingy. It's like a monk ability. Cleave. Let's add Blade Wall too. And maybe next time we'll take Shield Assault. Okay, and then Barrack. For you, Seasoned Veteran allows Barrack to engage an additional enemy. Fight defensively, gains a bonus to armor. Pursuit. At the start of combat, Barrack gains a large boost to movement speed for a short time. Last Stand. Once per encounter, when Barrack would be defeated, he delays his consciousness for a short time, which is 8 seconds. Resilient One. When a hostile effect expires on Barrack, he gains a bonus to endurance, will, and magic defense for a short time, 20 seconds. I think I like Pursuit better. And here, more accuracy and armor deflection. Okay. And you still have that one attribute point that I saved for this. And you are very close to get a level, but yeah, I think I'm gonna leave Barrack and Verse behind and take. I think I'm gonna take Kills in Shadow and at least Ep with me. Although I have been thinking, should I take the risk and leave Lantry behind? I have had Lantry in my party ever since we first got him in the first act, and I have been very hesitant to leave him behind because he's our main healer. He's our main healer. But I was thinking that now that we have this, we do have some self-sustain in combat, whether he is in our party or not, and I can always give potions to my characters. And what else? I can also, if I can learn the Sigil of Life somewhere, I can give healing spells for someone like Eb, for instance. You know what? Let's take the risk and leave Lantry behind. If it goes terribly, then I can always come back and take him with me again for a boss fight or something.
A second spire has awoken to your presence. This is fascinating, and I admit enviable. If it turns out your connection to the spires invites death and woe, my jealousy might wane a bit.
Fair enough.
I've been mulling over that structure we found atop Vendrien's well. Would you be opposed to me studying the sculpture in closer detail?
I don't see why not.
I'd perhaps work a spell or two near the structure. Simple cantrips of Gravelight by which to read and inspect, but I will not poke or shove the thing in any way physical or mystical.
Gravelight is the magical term for the light of the moon, Teratus Grave, specifically when harnessed and manipulated for nefarious purposes. While the moon's rays are normally incapable of causing so much as a mild sunburn, the Tidecasters have long studied magic that can concentrate these rays into bolts and beams of searing doom. The Tidecasters have spent centuries trying to mimic and control the moon's tidal pull on the oceans, and will often mention that the virgin moonlight is the easy stuff compared to pulling and pushing the tides, but modern times have forced the School of Tides to concentrate on the more martial applications of this magic. You may observe and take notes only, no magic, no meddling. If you think it's wise, of course. You may observe and take notes only, no magic, no meddling.
Understood. And I shouldn't need to deface or harm anything. Well, not in any lasting way.
So we got both loyalty and fear with Ebb. Okay.
What is it you need?
Add Ebb to the party. Grab your things, I have need of your skills. Actually, in truth, I have just missed you.
Of course. It's about time to stretch the old sea legs.
Okay, so we are gonna...
Goodbye to you too.
Yeah, goodbye. You'll come with us. Okay, and she has got up at least a couple of levels. 4 levels, actually. Jesus. Okay, so spell strength and magic defense, but ability and spell cooldown is very important as well. She's not gonna really... Affliction duration and endurance and will magic defense would also be nice, but I think that these are more important. What does she have? Why does she have 13 might? Attack and ability strength. Okay. Well, 2 points to these. For now. And talents, 4 talents. So yeah, this is the Tidecaster tree. Okay, what do we have here? Student of Magic 1. Gain a bonus to damage dealt by magic staves. I don't really care about this at all. It actually sounds terrible. Purifying Waters. Conjure enchanted waters to wash over the target, removing a random hostile effect. It sounds nice, but if this was healing spell as well, that would have been great. Fluid Body. Afflictions applied to Ape have their durations reduced. Mother's Breath. Create a thick fog that reduces that reduces enemy accuracy and grants a bonus to the party subterfuge. Well, I don't know what else to pick here, so... Once per encounter, when Ape's health is critical, she triggers a nova of repelling waters to surge outwards around her, pushing foes back. So this is passive. Well, let's pick that, why not? Return to the source. Ebb summons water from the target's blood and tissue. Well, that sounds kind of brutal. It then erupts out of them in a surge, dealing massive damage in the process. Holy fuck. Of course we're gonna take that. Elemental Fury 3. Gain a large bonus to all shock and frost damage stealth. Plus 20%. Yeah, let's do that. And lastly, Swift Current. While in combat, Ebb grants herself and nearby allies a bonus to movement speed. Not sure if that's something what I would really need. Repelling Nova. Create a powerful Nova of water that repels all nearby enemies, pushing them back a fair distance. 7 meters. Now what did we have here? Runic Barrier. Grants bonus armor while Ebb is wearing light armor in combat. Grave Strike. Foes take arcane damage and portion of the lost health is drained back to Ebb, so it's a lifesteal. Grave Strike. Oh wait. Tyranny's Call. Lift a target into the air and violently throw them back to the ground, dealing crush damage, and they are also interrupted during that time, I'm sure. Spell Barrier, Magic Defense, more Runic Barrier, Call of Reckoning, Ebb's presence frightens nearby Bane. Okay. That would have actually been very handy earlier there in the dungeon. Runic Teacher. While in the party, Ebb and her allies gain more skill experience with lore, spells and magic staves. Moonlit Way 1. Grants a bonus to control Gravelight skill and Gravelight damage at night. Nighttime, interesting. Runic Barrier, Spell Barrier, Tyranny's Grip. Ebb suspends the target in mid-air. They can only be hit by range attacks and cannot move. Cannot attack, move, be stunned or knocked down. Runic Lore Master grants bonus lore and additional spell slots. Moonlit Way 2. Call to the Grave. Once per encounter, when Ebb's health is critical, she causes an explosion of Gravelight energy around her that drains health from nearby foes. Empowered Affliction. Oh wait. That drains health from nearby foes. Yeah, so it's an AoE lifesteal. Fuck yes. Empowered Afflictions. Afflictions caused by attacks last longer. And this is Tyranny's Gate. Ebb uses Gravelight to teleport across the battlefield. Enemies near her cast and destination locations are hit with a Gravelight attack that drains health. That was very badass too. But here, I think, let's just, I don't know. Conjure enchanted waters to wash over the target, removing a random hostile effect. Well, let's pick this. Okie dokie. And then I think I think I want Kills in Shadow with me, so we got 2 melee characters and 2 ranged.
On it.
But what do you have to say, Sirin? Like the new Spire?
Hello, Fatebinder.
Ah, fear. Sirin greets you quietly, face drawn. Her countenance presents a world-weary exhaustion.
What do you need?
We haven't really talked to Sirin that much, have we? We could ask more about her. Do you know anything about what's going on in the Tiers? What do you think of your travel companions? Yeah, I would actually like to ask about this as well. What do you think of the state of the world? Just a moment. Let's bring these guys down here as well.
Let's have it then.
So they can hear her as well, just in case. Okay.
Hello, Fatebinder. What do you need?
So, well, let's start with this. I would like to know more about you. What do you want to know? Tell me about your homeland. How long have you been practicing magic? Tell me about your time with the voice of Nerad. How long have you been practicing magic? Always. I have no memory of being without the power. It has been my driving force, and I am who I am because of it. Every defining moment of my life is because of my voice and the power behind it. I have become what it made me, and it is what I have done with it. And what about your homeland? What is there to say? It's a fuzzy memory, hardly worth recalling. I was born in a northern farming village without a name. That's how out of the way we were. A bunch of families ended up settling near each other, and that was my village. It was about 20 miles from Shadow's Rest, and you probably haven't heard of that either. Indeed, I haven't. We were farmers, poor and isolated. Nothing about my home or past is worth dwelling on, Fatebinder. I barely remember my father. My mother is dead, and the only thing people ever wanted from me was my song. The girl is powerful. Bring the songbird. We need a blessing. Our crops are withering. What has that bitch done? I almost read it as witch. Her voice falters with the last statement, and she shivers a little. Nothing in your past is worth dwelling on. It looks to me like you remember something. I suppose when an angry mob that fears you and what you can do stones your mother to death while she shields you with her body, it sticks with you. Yeah, I'm damn sure that it does indeed stick with you. And what do you remember about your family? The good thing about being taken from home when you're still a child is you can't miss the childhood you never got. What do you want to know? You were taken from your family? Technically, by the time I was taken, there was no family left to be taken from, but Kairos' forces had gotten word of my talent and decided I was better used taking over the world than helping local farmers. So you have no family left? How would you describe your father? What do you remember about your mother? She is dead, so I don't have much to remember. She loved me, that much I know. Well, that's always nice. But sometimes I wonder if what she felt was love or fear. Fear for me or of me. And sometimes I don't think there was a difference between the two. My mother loved me when no one else did, when no one else would, when no one else could. The world wanted nothing but my voice. All my mother wanted was my happiness. She was the only person in my life that did. Oh, now I feel kind of bad. And what about your father? Wordless? Hopeless? Devoid of human emotion? Sometimes I feel like we were complete opposites. He seemed incapable of feeling anything, and I seemed to be nothing but raw emotion. Nerad let it slip that my father sold me to Kairos and was responsible for my mother's death. Someone had to egg the crowd on, and someone had to tell Kairos' men where I was. Not that it matters. He's dead, and I'm better off without him. Maybe I should save this mother's death part to some other time later. And no siblings? No. I was close to a boy in my village for a time, but his mother stopped letting me play with him when everyone realized what my powers were. That's the closest thing I ever had to a living sibling. A dull expression clouds her face. A living sibling? My brother died very young. I never knew him, so I hardly count him as a sibling. Life in the middle of nowhere is difficult. For a single child to survive, let alone more, is a testament to the parents. Let's talk about something else for now. Tell me about your time with the voice of Nerad. What do you want to know? How did you meet Nerad? I met it when I was unceremoniously dumped on its doorstep by Kairos. All I have felt toward it since the moment I saw it was sheer hatred. When one person tires of me, they just hand me off to another. I seem to be quite the handful. No one is truly prepared to deal with me, I suppose. I was its possession for 3 years, stuck doing what it wanted until you came along and started messing around with Kairos' plans. Why did Kairos give you to Nerad? I made the mistake of trying my song on Kairos, and forgiveness isn't exactly in the Overlord's vocabulary. So you actually tried to charm and hypnotize Kairos, him or herself. Damn. So you don't actually know what Kairos looks like. Or at least that's what I'm understanding here. I made the mistake of trying my song on Kairos, and forgiveness isn't exactly in the Overlord's vocabulary. Interestingly enough, I think it almost worked. Can you imagine how different things would have turned out if I had a little more practice? I can only imagine. I was brought out at one of the many lavish gatherings thrown at the palace. Kairos loved showing me off, you know, impressing the gathered elite. So I performed, I sang, I danced, I convinced people to join in. Then in the middle of it all, I had a brilliant idea to work one more performance into the show, something that would be the ultimate end to the evening. I added a counterpoint to my song and directed it at Kairos. In it, I mentioned that it might be in everyone's best interest if Kairos ended up impaled on a sword. I honestly didn't think it would work, but why not try, right? Well, Kairos could have killed you as well, you know. It went as far as Kairos unsheathing one of the royal guard's swords, but then everything stopped. I don't know why. It was probably me. I got too excited and lost my control, but whatever reason, Kairos was suddenly out of my control and let out a terrible shout. Weren't you afraid of getting caught? Of course I was, but I've seen how the world works, especially Kairos' world. People don't live long, and when they are disposed of, it's violent and sudden. I figured I was dead anyway, so why not try to rid the world of a horrible threat? Well, that's very noble of you. Really, you were trying to save the world? Fine, I was trying to save my own skin. Happy? Well, I don't blame you. I was 12, so forgive me if self-preservation was in the front of my mind. Oh, look, a young girl who thinks of nothing but herself. Do you want to hear this story or not? Yes, please go on. Everyone stared, frozen by the yell echoing back at us. Kairos quickly recovered and gave the appearance of cheering us on, but I was convinced I was about to die. Interestingly, my execution never came. I finally realized I couldn't have been punished at the party, because Kairos would have to admit I had exerted my will onto the Overlord, and without a good reason to call for my death, I couldn't have been executed afterward. I was the songbird. I did nothing but spread Kairos' will and gather the armies. Would you execute your best and most loved recruiting tool? Well, I guess not. So Kairos worked with Nerad and gave me this helmet to bring me back in line. Then I was handed over to Nerad, that monster, because it is the one thing in the world I cannot control. Present company excluded, Fatebinder. Why can't you control him? I guess it has something to do with the fact that there's like 1,000 different minds in that bronze gourmet helmet of his. I've been inside its mind time after time, and I have never been able to get a handle on what's going on in there. Every time I talk to it, I feel like a different person is talking to me. and every one of them wants something different. And one in particular wants something it's never, ever going to get. I can only imagine what that is. What has Nerad had you do for him? Now, if that isn't the question that goes right to the heart of the storm, I think you should ask me what it hasn't had me do, or at least tried to make me do. Wait a minute. What does Nerad want from you that he's never going to get? I don't know if I even want to ask this question. Fuck it, let's ask. Wait a minute. What does Nerad want from you that he's never going to get? Come on, Fatebinder. You can't be that naive. I'm still a child, and I know about adult urgings, as one of my old teachers so clumsily put it. Yeah, I knew it. I just freaking knew it. And that's just so wrong. I mean, Sirin is 15, if I recall. Somewhere inside that chaotic mind, I saw the most depraved and disturbing desires I have had the misfortune of feeling. No matter what Nerad says to you, do not trust it. That will always end badly. Yeah, I know. And we don't trust him, and we don't even care if he likes us or not. Yeah, let's talk about something else, please. What do you want to know? So, how does that headdress of yours work exactly? It's the bane of my existence and something that's incredibly painful to talk about, so why not? She shrugs. So what does it do? Makes me impotent. Do you have any idea what it's like to have a hurricane raging inside you? To feel the gale crushing against you to be released, but only feel a gentle summer's breeze. Kairos and Nerad made it just for me. If I attempt anything more powerful than a simple tune, it will kill me. Isn't that simply wonderful? Honestly, to be terrified of a mere child. Well, why do you have it? Well, we know why she has that, but let's ask it, whatever. I might have tried to kill Kairos once. He and Nerad decided I posed too much of a threat, so they muzzled me. I was their attack dog, and they pulled out my teeth, so you can hardly be surprised if the dog tries to bite you if that's all you can teach him to do. Why can't you simply take it off? Gee, Fatebinder, I never thought of that. Here, could you unscarp it for me so I can get out of it? Because I'll die if it isn't removed the proper way. You simpleton. Do you think I would leave it on otherwise? Well, yeah, no, of course I wouldn't, but... If you can't take it off, then why did you try to get me to remove it when we met? How do you know you'll die if you remove the helmet? Because they told her, I would say. What would it take to remove it? Why the headdress? Why not use magic to gag you? If you can't take it off, then why did you try to get me remove it when we first met? How can someone so powerful be so stupid? Oh, that kinda hurts. I knew you wouldn't be able to remove it. That's not what I was trying to do. You're a Fatebinder. You honestly think I was going to pass up the opportunity to try and control a Fatebinder? So you just did it because you could. Okay. So what would it take to remove it? Someone beating the information out of Nerad or Kairos. They are the only ones who know how it was constructed and how it works. I may ask people to remove it, but I know they won't be able to. That's not going to stop me from trying, though. So why the headdress? Why not use magic to gag you? They tried magic. It didn't really work. The problem is, spells can be broken. Counterspells can be found. Guards can be bribed. People can have accidents. Nerad and Kairos are the only ones who know how to remove this without killing me. The answer is locked somewhere in Nerad's insane and Kairos' currently not conveniently located heads. Okay. So how? Well, might as well ask this. How do you know you'll die if you remove the helmet? Because I doubt Nerad and Kairos would go through all the trouble just to play a trick on me. Something this subtle, elaborate, and long-lasting isn't really their style, at least not Nerad's. Plus, Nerad told me the helmet would kill me if I remove it, and while it might be a lying monster, it loves telling the truth if the truth causes an extra bit of pain. You believe Nerad? Maybe he's just toying with you. Have you tried removing it? Well, of course she has. That's a stupid question. So, I'm not gonna even bother to ask this. So let's talk about something else. I think we have asked about everything, but
What do you need?
Oh, there's still this. Oh yeah, then lastly this. What do you think of your travel companions?
Are we trading in gossip now, Fatebinder?
Yes.
Or are you collecting information to use against us?
She arches her eyebrows inquisitively.
What do you want to know about?
Well, let's start with Barrick.
The walking ring pile? Let's hope you never have to go anywhere unnoticed. There's nothing particularly wrong with him, I suppose, but he doesn't seem overly bright.
Well, he's not, admittedly.
I mean, what kind of idiot do you have to be if you can't even take off your armor?
Yeah, you don't really know what about Barrick's problems, do you?
Maybe he's pretty, but wrapped in that getup, who can tell?
She looks at Barrick, smiles, waves, and blows him a kiss.
What was that you said? I couldn't quite hear you.
Barrick grunts, turning to face Sirin.
It's okay, Barrick. I didn't say anything about anyone important.
She speaks slowly and deliberately, patting him gently on the shoulder. She then puts her hand to mouth, suppressing a small giggle.
I'll admit he can handle himself in a fight, but he could use a little more up here.
She taps the side of her head. Yeah. Okay, and what about Ep?
She's got some power in there, that's for sure. And as long as I'm crippled, I will, begrudgingly mind you, admit she could probably win if we were pitted against each other. Although I'm more than happy to give her a try. Are you game, Eb? Think you could take me out?
I'm sorry, sweetie, I'm confused. Are you offering me a duel, or something a little more down and dirty?
Eb winks at Siren, who turns a deep scarlet and looks away.
You know what I meant!
Siren puts a hand on her headdress and looks at Eb, chewing on the corners of her mouth.
Oh, don't worry, dear. You're far too young for me. I like someone with a little wear and tear on them, and not just up here.
She puts her hands on her head and winks again. Oh, okay, I see now. Okay.
Though I suppose I should watch myself around her. You never know how people will react to a challenge.
And what about our beast woman, Kilshin Shadow?
I'm not entirely sure what to say. I don't think much of her because I try not to think of her much. Have you seen the way she stares at me?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Is that a smile? Or is she hoping I let down my guard so she can tear out my throat? Beastmen are too hard to read. Their thoughts are all blood and rending and rutting.
I'm not always thinking of killing with rending claws. Sometimes I'm thinking how human packmates are like brood cubs, like hairless first-season whelps. Need cleaning and protecting. Need beast woman.
Oh, so you see Searing as a child that needs protection. Okay, well that's very motherly of you, Kilshin Shadow.
And then it goes from death and blood to love and care, or whatever constitutes love and care to a beast woman, which could very well involve blood and rending and rutting. It's all very confusing. I don't hate her, but she has the uncanny ability to make me uncomfortable without knowing exactly why I feel that way.
Okay, interesting. And Lantry?
I'm jealous of him. I've heard so much about the Vellum Citadel, and he actually got to see it before all the unpleasantness.
She trails off, a sour expression on her face, her wiggling fingers miming tiny explosions.
The sheer amount of power lost that day is only dwarfed by the amount of power required to cause the destruction, and the power to stop it. The sages have my respect. And, by extension, Lantry.
I must admit, I'm actually a bit surprised. I did not expect her to say that she respects anyone, really. So that was a surprise. Anyway.
Although I'm not overly happy it was sage magic they used to bind my tongue when I was a child. I can hardly hold him responsible for that.
At least you don't have any grudges against Lantry or anything. That's good.
How kind of you, my lady. It's heartening to hear that someone of your immense station considers a lowly sage like me to be worthy of your attention.
Landry performs a deep bow to Siren.
Although not all sages are necessarily worthy of praise. Some are a little overly fond of excesses, of one kind or another.
She arches an eyebrow. And lastly, Verse. I believe that you know Verse, at least to some extent.
That bitch?
Yeah.
I'd walk her off the spire if I knew I could get away with it. I don't know why you even waste your time with her. Oh, don't give me that look, Verse. I'm not gonna pretend to like someone I don't. At least you know where I stand. Subterfuge is so low class.
Trust me, you manipulative worm. The feeling is mutual. And I find it ironic that you find subterfuge low class, considering how you get inside people's minds and fuck them over.
Okay, these two don't like each other.
If I could get away with it, I'd put a blade inside that pretty little head of yours and twist until your mind was as scrambled as those you invade.
How vivid.
She turns to you and makes a little see what I mean gesture at Verse.
She's rude, violent, base, impatient, and entirely pointless. You should keep much better company, Fatebinder. You asked me what I thought. I can't help it if the facts are painful to swallow.
No, I'm not complaining. Fair enough. I know. At least I know what you think about our companions. So yeah, I know. So at least I know what's going on.
What do you need?
Let's see. What else do we have here? What do you think of the state of the world? Tell me what you know about edicts. Well, I doubt that she knows that much, but well, maybe she does know something. Well, let's hear it. What do you know about edicts? Anything I say would be a wild guess. That's why I'm with you. You seem to have a connection to the power of this land, far beyond anything an Archon is capable of. It intrigues me. I want to learn what it is and harness it. Sadly, I don't have the magic needed to enact or break an edict. At least in my current state. Maybe if you got this helmet off my head, she gives you a knowing stare. Even if I knew how to take it off, Siren, I wouldn't. Stop asking me. I would remove it if I could. Was shrug. You're an Archon, you must know something about the edict, Siren. Well, let's just shrug for now. How incredibly mature of you. And if I'm telling you that, you know something is wrong. She raises her eyebrows and shakes her head. You're an Archon, you must know something about the edict, Siren. You would think that, wouldn't you? With all my training and education, Kairos left a very big void in it all. Almost like it was intentional. Yeah, almost.
What do you need?
Yeah, let's add Siren to the party. I would like... Oh, actually, wait. I would like you to come with me, Siren. Well, yeah, let's take Siren and Kills in Shadow with us.
Well then, let's go. If you're gonna teach me the wonders of the world, it's not gonna happen here.
Alright, we're gonna...
I will return to our holdfast at once.
Yeah, you're gonna stay here, Landry. This is a big risk, at least in my opinion it's a big risk. Leaving Landry behind, we leave our main healer behind. Where the hell can I find a Chisel of Life? Okay, 3 points here. So, magic defense, and this requires 2 points. Ability and spell cooldown. I don't think that these are gonna do much on her. Let's put a point there, and 1 point here. Or 2 points here. Why not? Okay, and here is this new dual vocalization. Through a mastery of her vocal potent and with the aid of her magic, Siren gains the ability to sing 2 songs simultaneously. I don't think we have had this before. What's her level right now? 13. Oh yeah, we get this at 13. Okay, so it's new. Jesus, there's so many things here. Inspiration. Siren's presence inspires the party, increasing experience gained for magic and subterfuge skills. Inspiration also grants Siren additional spell slots. We could also make Siren as our support as well. A new healer. Siren sings notes that seep into the minds of her allies and draw them to lucidity. Removes a hostile effect from each ally affected. Sounds nice. Slows her vocal progression, reducing the speed of her songs and causing her stances to last longer while Lagur's tempo is active. So we can activate and deactivate this. Focused song. Siren learns to precisely channel her voice towards nearby enemies, gaining an accuracy bonus to her offensive songs. Quick breath. Siren automatically gains breath at the start of combat. I like the sound of that, so let's take that. What do we have here? Cry of Despair. When Siren is defeated, her final breath unleashes a potent wave of vengeful emotion. All enemies nearby become weakened, dazed, and frightened. Although, this sounds very good, but I don't think if we are going to need this. She hasn't really been in that much trouble before. In battle, Resonant Field 3 greatly increased the damage prevented by Siren's Resonant Field. Yeah, I like that. Area of Confusion. Siren bombards her enemies with a cacophony of tormenting notes. Those that fail to resist her power are confused. Increased amount of breath Siren gains at the start of combat. Sings notes that seep into the minds of her allies and draw them to lucidity. Removes a hostile effect from each ally affected. At the end of combat, Siren can retain breath for several minutes. Accuracy bonus to offensive songs. Well, let's take that and see how that works. Okay.
Yes.
I'm starting to lose my voice here after all this reading, so I'm gonna take Kills in Shadow with me. We give her attribute points and then pick the new talents, and I'm gonna end the episode there. Maybe we'll talk to Kills in Shadow some more in the next episode. The Beastwoman squits on her haunches, back bowed and face tilted toward as she meticulously grooms between the long, calloused fingers of one pawn. A mauve tongue leaves blood from her glistening claws. She glances up, a jerky, startled movement at your approach, but there's no fear in her, only reaction, instinct, only a readiness to strike.
Fatebinder wants Beastwoman?
To my party, yes. The reek of an unwashed feral animal, bloodied and battle-worn, swatches you like a wet blanket, and you breathe through your mouth to keep from retching. Well, I guess we could ask at least a little bit. Skills in Shadowfield 1. I would like to spar with you. Interesting. Had any good hunts lately?
Good, yep. And many more than 5.
The Beastwoman flexes and curls her claws in the air, the pitch blackness of them suddenly striking, a stark reminder of their power, their ability to kill.
Waded up deep, murky stream near disfavored camp. Pawed in mud of bank, but did not leave tracks. Crept low and quiet to tent flap, scenting with tongue. Caught ironclads and dragged, squirming like hurt rabbits, into cold black depths of river.
So you have been killing this favorite as well. That's my girl. We have been doing the exact same thing. She grins, boastful and filled with bloodlust.
Disfavored cannot swim like Beastwoman, only can sink.
Oh yeah, because they're covered in heavy iron and they can't swim, of course, because of that. So, Fatebinder wants you to bath. Yeah, let's play a game. I want your opinion or something. What the hell is this? Let's play a game. Immediately, the Beastwoman perks up, back straightening as her red eyes rove you with interest.
Like playing with prey, or with pack. Would play sometimes with stone whelps. Rut, mate, slaughter.
Her dark maws part in a massive fangy grin.
I'm always down for a game. Unless it involves throwing and catching. In which case,
Is easy. Packmate chooses one of each. Rut, mate, slaughter. If prey is chosen, pack joins ensuing hunt. If packmate is chosen and both agree to game, then pack gets to watch.
Okay, I don't remember doing anything like this in my first playthrough.
Rut, mate, slaughter, eh? Well, does it have to be 3 different people? I rutted with my old gang boss, Fine Ass. Mated him for a time, and then I killed him. Of all my days running with the chorus, I think I enjoyed Ass Gang the most.
Ass Gang. I wonder where they got that name.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I'd rut Barrack, since Kyros's forces need a little pillage and rape in return. I'd mate with Verse, mostly to take half of whatever land she's going to someday conquer. Obviously, I'd kill Lantry. Who wouldn't?
Wait, what about me?
What? I'm old enough to be everyone's father. This is disgusting.
Wow. I appreciate being included in this little... well, I'm not even really sure what to call this. It's not like any game I've ever played, but... I'm gonna say nothing and pretend like I haven't heard a word anyone said. And then I'm gonna go sing myself a little amnesia.
Barrick looks at you and simply shakes his head in horror and disbelief.
How could Beast Woman choose any other? Would rut ebb good and hot fast?
Oh my god.
Mate Alpha, and would slaughter, carve back to pieces, slowly, savoring while slicing flesh from neck. Yep.
Okay. So wait. I was just wondering here, that did Verse say whom she would kill? Okay. She didn't actually mention any of us. Okay. So that was the game. Okay. That was interesting. Well, we'll talk with Kills in Shadow more in the future, but for now, it's time to hunt. Come with me, Kills in Shadow.
I'm ready. Wants to hunt stock prowl. Wants to kill, and howl for Alpha.
She lopes forward, lips parted, tongue lolling between her discolored fangs, eager. So, you stay here, Barrick.
Be seeing you, Fatebinder.
Now that I look at it, we only have females in here. And yeah, Kills in Shadow is a female after all. Maybe next time I should take Verse with me instead of Kills in Shadow, and then we have a full human woman girl party. Girl power. Okay, but before we end the episode, 4 points to you. Now, attack and ability strength would be nice, and ability and spell cooldown would also be very great. She's not gonna do anything with wits. Bonus self-will defense is also very nice, and let's focus on the damage. And some more health, accuracy and armor deflection, so we make her a bit more tougher and harder to kill. And talents. Okay, what do we have? So we are gonna focus on this Ravager tree because we want her to deal damage with her bare hands and claws. Significantly improves unharmed damage. Yeah, let's do that. Tooth and nail. While stealthed, gain 100% hit precision. Rending claws 2. Further improves the armor penetration of unarmed attacks. Racking slash. A 2-hit claw attack. The first hit dazes the target and the second hit weakens them. Natural weaponry. 4. Bestial constitution. Reduce the duration of any harmful effects applied to Kills in Shadow. Yeah, let's do that. Makes them harder to kill. Wild instinct. While in the party, Kills in Shadow provides a bonus experience gained in subterfuge, unarmed, and one-handed skills. Subterfuge skills bonus. Primal scream. Roar at targets in a cone, frightening them. If this ability is used from stealth, foes will be terrified instead. Yeah, no. I think I prefer just using Leaping Death. Rending claws. Armor penetration would be nice. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, and one more point. Raking slash or natural weaponry. 15% unarmed damage. Oh, plus 15 unarmed damage and not 15%. The first hit dazes the target and the second hit weakens them. Now let's do that. Reputation, what do we have here? Check how the reputations went here. Stonestalker tribe. the sole surviving Beast Woman tribe of Asura. After regaining their freedom during Kairos' invasion, the Stonestalkers retreated from contact with mankind. Companions, Lantry, mostly loyal. Beric is scared of us, Verse is mostly loyal. Ep is also fucking scared of us. Kills in shadow. I'm kinda mixed. And she's mostly scared. Staff of Hours. Oh yeah, what's this? Ah, it's exquisite and not masterwork. Oh yeah, and we have to give all these new fucking items to my characters here. Okay, okay. I really don't want to give her this because I prefer this look. She looks cool this way, with all the blue tattoos and stuff. Did we have anything interesting in stash here? Well, quite a lot here actually. Take that and leather. Merchant's hat accuracy. Might as well give her that. That doesn't actually look too bad. Actually, she looks like she has a she has a bad towel over her head. Well, I like your white hair, so yeah, let's let that stick out. Better sandals. What did this look like? Nah. And for you, my... Oh yeah, and we had the... We found that interesting looking... Where's the Tidecaster amulet thingy? It's not on Lantry or Barrick or someone, right? Can I even get access to their inventories? Doesn't look like I can. Precision on damage, that doesn't really do anything. I think she needs more precision. Or she benefits precision more than Sirin. And of course we can't give her hats or anything because of that headdress. Okay, so... Is this better than... No, it's not. No. Well, that doesn't look too bad either. I do like this dress though, but... Yeah, fuck it, let's let her keep the dress. I don't think a deflection is that big of a deal for her. She's not going to be in the front. Well, goddammit, I might have to check all this guy's inventories again. Lantry, you are here.
One moment, my friend. Just let me finish this thought.
Yeah. And I can't trade with him or anything by the looks of things. Well, goddammit.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll get you back very soon.
Short while.
What?
I'm so stupid. I forgot to add you to the party. There we go. Okay, so did you have it? No. Ah, yes, you had it. You have it right here. Take all this stuff and all the crafting supplies and such to the stash. There we go. And now we actually. Oh wait, how did? What was this again? Oh yeah, select all party members. Stealth toggle. Okay.
Fate Binder 1.
Yep.
I will return to our holdfast at once.
Okay, and now... So, for you we're gonna give... this. Well, what did you have here? Minus 15% recovery time while has wounds. Maybe this is much better for kills in shadow. Yeah, I think it is. So, and you're gonna have this. What did this do? Plus 10 control lightning. Wow, that's very good on you. And for you, my dear. This might be risky, but let's give this to her.
Yep.
And, where's Barrick? Ah, all the way up there. I want to check what you two had before I end the episode. Oh, are you anyone important? No.
You look as if you have something. What can I do for you? If you would have me travel at your side.
Okay,
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah. What did you have on you? I'm gonna take all of this stuff away and sell them later. And then the crafting supplies as well. There.
While.
And lastly, verse.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need? And I seem to be missing.
Okay.
Be seeing you, Fatebinder.
They never had a chance.
And you back to your melee weapons. And what did you have? Quite a lot of stuff here, actually. So, to stash. And that's it, I think. Okay, and then we take you with us.
Fatebinder.
Goodbye to you too.
Pines for beast woman.
There we go.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. So, anything that you could use here? Not really. I don't want to decrease your recovery. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think this is fine for now. I do wish to find some better stuff for these guys. Well, luckily Kills in Shadow doesn't really need anything. What did this do? Immunity to poison. Well, that's good. Okay, now I'm finally going to end this episode here. And in the next episode, we are gonna go back to the Old Walls dungeon and continue looking for the Steadfast Insignia. And after that, if we have time, we go to Sentinel Stand, I think, and then we go through the Wind Wall, and maybe even to the Sentinel Stand fortress itself, and face, what was his name? Herodin Straden, or does it read here? No, it doesn't. But the last regent of Stalwart anyway. So we are gonna face him. Well, possibly, but for starters, in the next episode, we are gonna focus on looking for the Steadfast Insignia. But I don't think that that's gonna take very long. But hey, we'll see. So, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Tyranny.